Page 8, Dreamboat. At the top of the page, they give you the chords in the right hand that you need to do. This is in D major, and that is the D chord is here. And then the 5/7 chord, you got to come, the thumb plays here, so you got to come here. Now, if you have big hands and fat fingers and you don't fit up in here, then you have to use second finger here. But otherwise, use the thumb and come up in here. Try and get them down at the same time. I don't, but maybe you can. At the bottom of the page, they're giving a new note, a low D. Well, the bottom line on a bass clef is a G. The first ledger line below it would be an E, because it's every other note. And that's right under that first ledger line, so it's a D. You just need to know that note from now on. Just know it's a D. It's below a ledger line. It's a D. One ledger line. All right, let's look at Dreamboat here. What do we got? It is more or less a page long, almost a page long. See, when I look at a piece, I'm just trying to get an idea how long it is. I don't care how many measures or lines or whatever. I just an idea. I could say it's so many measures, or it's so many lines, or it's so many pages. It's just easier for me because I'm lazy. I just say it's about a page long. Yeah, almost 4 lines long. Well, whatever. Treble and bass clef, 2 sharps in the key signature. We're still in the key of D major. Make sure you can play the D major scale. 1 octave up and down is fine. And 3/4 time signature, so it's only 3 beats in a measure now, but its quarter note still gets a count. Right hand first, we're just doing these chords. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Just lowering the whole hand down gently. Let the wrist collapse a little bit when you do that. Don't stiffen up and play with a stiff wrist. Second line, you're here, 1, 2. That's all you're doing. And the last line, the last 2 measures, 1, 2, 3, tie 2, because that's tied. And notice there is a curved line for every note in the chord at the bottom. All 3 notes get their own line. They have to. If they left out a line on one of the notes, that means you have to play that note again while holding down the other notes. And that happens sometimes. Because I could say, I only have a curved line on the bottom note and not on the other 2. Well, I would do that. Well, so I would play those again, but hold that down. Or it could be any combination. The point is, all 3 notes have to have their own curved line if they're tied. Left hand, well, you're here. Left hand gets the melody. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so forth. Last line, look at this, look out. 1, 2, 3, 2, just lift up and come down. You can do that. I would like to show you a little more advanced fingering for this kind of thing. It works a lot, not all the time, but it works a lot. And you're going to need to be able to do it eventually. And some people avoid this. Some people, no, I don't want anything to do with it. But I encourage it. It comes in handy. And that is a finger substitution. I played it with 5th finger. I want to prepare for that next note here. Well, I'm out of position to play it, obviously. So I'm going to put another finger on that note while holding it down, so I'm in a better position to play. So I'm going to put thumb on that. While holding it down, you can do it, just come up and however you want to do it. Just after you play it, put thumb on it while you're holding it down. Then all you do is just reach down for the D. This is a more advanced fingering, but it comes in handy in a lot of pieces. So the last line for the 2, 3. Now if you're doing the scale, another way you can do it is rather than using 5th finger, just play it with the thumb. Just play it with the thumb. If you'll relax, you can reach it. You don't have to twist around and all kinds. Relax. When you start doing scales more than 1 octave, you got to do this anyway. And then you can just reach down. Either of those methods is better than what's in the book. They're keeping it simple for you. You're still using beginner's fingerings here. I'm going to start challenge you on the fingering, so we use a little better fingerings. Because you get into the habit of these fingerings, and I want you to establish some better habits than beginner fingering. Now put the hands together. Well, it's... You work it out. Then get rid of the hesitations, so it's a steady pulse or steady beat throughout. And then we think about the articulation. And here it's pretty connected. They have the phrasing of in the scent. Lift up. Lift up. It's lifting up at the end of these lines. And the last line, you can connect that. If you finger it right, you can connect it. If you don't finger it right, you can't connect it. Right hand, you just play them. They're not real short, not staccato, just play them. Just play them. Dynamics, P for soft. That's the melody piano. Whatever you think soft is, these need to be very light. How light can you play these? Staying there to the last line, you're going to go up and back down. They don't tell you how far up to go. Well, how far up do you feel? Just about a moderately soft. You don't get very loud. That's the left hand here. The right hand still needs to stay out of the way. Here. So you're ending it soft also. Speed is somewhere in the middle, just whatever it feels right. Let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. I'm going to play both hands about the same. I need you to hear everything. So I'll give us 3 counts because there's 3 beats in a measure. 1, ready, go.